Oh, you wouldn't know it because the marketing fucking blew balls, but Ironheart just dropped on Disney Plus. At least the first 3 episodes are on there. I'm pretty bummed at the fact that Disney dropped the ball on this Marvel show, Marvel and Disney both, when it coincides and dropped at the same time as The Bear, and The Bear's on the front page of the freaking app, and you gotta search for Ironheart. Like, that's just, it's fucking weak sauce. Before we get into the first episode, which is what we're going to talk about here in a second, is just a brief review, spoiler-free-ish. I'm really disappointed in the fact that there's a lot of weight on these movies and shows since Endgame, like it really is, and you can see that reflected in the marketing for certain projects as well as the fan base. I think the fan base is just shit, to be quite honest. Like, you got to give these shows a chance before you just immediately write them off. You're holding these shows and these movies to a standard, and I was one of them, but you also have to be realistic about there's a new wave of content that's coming for us, right? Give that shit a chance and not, oh, well, that's not Tony. Oh, well, that's not. No, it's not. It's a whole new fucking thing. The bummer for me is when these properties aren't respected enough to give in that same priority and that same love. In this case, Ironheart, right? First episode was fun. It was not perfect. It had some plot holes in there, which I'll get to in a second, but it was beautifully shot. It had all the vibes of a Ryan Coogler production. Even though he's a producer, like, he didn't direct it himself, you can still get the vibes, the energy, the urban tones. Riri was cool. We got our introduction to a lot of our supporting characters, including Parker Robbins, who's going to be our villain, I believe, our main villain. No backstory in the first story regarding the Hood, who is known for. We do find out in a weird way how Riri gets to the point of building her own suit again. She's got this badass suit that she picked up with vibranium from Wakanda. Gets kicked out of school, immediately goes back to Chicago, and I know it's an obvious plot point. The suit falls apart, but a flip side to that is it's this expensive suit, and you're going through Chicago. Why didn't she just land, right? Like, as soon as the power star, she got rejected, immediately land as you see is falling apart so you can keep as much together as possible. But then also, why not backtrack and try to find your fucking pieces on the street, all right? That's high fucking tech. And you have the intent of using it, collect it, instead of bursting to rebuild. That I thought was dumb. Other dumb point was she's in a situation where she needs financial assistance to make this dream happen. And she's got ties to Wakanda and Shuri. Why not use those ties? Why not use those connections instead of going the route of crime? Like, that just seems odd, right? And again, plot device to get to the Hood, etc. But realistically, would that happen? No. I feel like the first shot would be like, hey, Shuri, la la, and then pick up my shit. That was weird. But overall, I get where they were trying to get to. The first episode, again, sets our pieces in place. We've got 2 more episodes to go for the first half, I believe, of the show. I didn't hate it. I'm going to say I didn't love it. Like I said, it was good. It's an introductory point. And maybe that's a speaking point to myself too, because I'm thinking, I was like, well, where's this, where's an Iron Man reference here? Like, we don't really need it, right? We have these points. The obvious ones for me are this Wakanda touch and this other one. Other things I'm more forgiving about, but for a starting episode, I enjoyed it. I was pulled in, and I do want to know what happens from here forward and how she becomes the Ironheart that we all know. She still had her charisma. Her cast is awesome. That cliffhanger at the very end of episode 1 was touching. Music was on point. It had all the ingredients I needed. It really did. We shouldn't be beating these shows up as much as we are online, because they're never going to hold the standards of what's new. They're here to carry on the legacy and build from there. Remember that shit, man. Don't fucking just shit on it to shit on it. Let me know what you thought down the episode down below. We'll come back for the last 2 in 1 review, and then from there go forward with the rest of the show. But let me know. Like I said, like, follow, share, subscribe. Until the next alert, my nerds. Appreciate you.